What's up, guys? Mike Landau here, Mike Landau Fitness. I have a question from my clients, and this goes to really anyone who's going to watch my channel. I think I only have 9 subscribers, so I appreciate it if you guys watch this, and I hope this is informative and helpful. Today we're going to be talking about the RPE scale. Anyways, let's dive right into it. There's 2 kinds of RPE scales. I prefer to use this one. I'm not going to go into the other one. But basically this one's the 1 to 10 RPE scale. As you can see here at 10, I don't know how well that green shows up. But basically here at 10, an RPE of 10, it says max effort, no reps left. And that means no reps left in the tank. This is typical for your 1 rep max. Like, this is the maximum weight that you can lift. By the way, 9 could perform 1 more rep, right? That means you have 1 more rep left in the tank. 8, you could perform 2 to 3 more reps. You had 2 to 3 more reps left in the tank. And then 7, your bar speed is fast and you had a lot left in the tank. You could have performed a lot more reps with this weight, but you're not going to. And then RPE of 6 and below, that's what that little minus is for. I don't know if you guys can see all that. But 6 and below is typically used for your warming up sets. Like if you're on the bench, for me particularly, I warm with the bar. Then I throw a quarter on each side, 95 pounds, hit that for like 5 reps. 135, warming up. 185, I might hit for like a double, and then 200s and up are my working sets. Everything below that is warming up sets. That's an RPE of like 7. Then I go up to like, that's an RPE of like 6. RPEs of 6 can also be used for rehabbing. For in addition to warming up, the 6 and below can also be used as a deload week. What that means, a deload, is basically you choose a week if you feel like you've been going at it for a long time and you start experiencing joint pains, or you just have a lot of fatigue and you're like, wow, I've been kind of going really hard for a long time. I might need a deload. I might need to just choose a week where you only go into the gym and you hit sub-maximal weight. You hit weight that is really, really light and super easy, and you don't do it for a lot of when I'm feeling too beat up. So when you want to deload, RPE of 6 and below is definitely where you want to be at. Once again, 7 is really fast weight. I mean, the bar is moving really, really fast, particularly easy. Right, so we went over the RPE scale. Now let's get back into what the RPE scale really is, and it's a system that allows you to self-regulate your workout difficulty. It allows you to choose what weight to work with on that day. So, for example here, I have an example. We'll just say that this is one day on whatever exercise you want. It could be bench, squat, military press, whatever. I have prescribed myself with 5 sets of 3 reps at an RPE of 9. So I'm going to do 5 sets of just triples, basically. I'm going to go up to 3 reps, but I'm going to stop right there, even though it's an RPE of 9. So I'm choosing a weight that I can get it for maybe 4 reps or 5 reps if I really push myself. More likely in an RPE of 9 it'd just be 4 reps, but I'm stopping at 3 reps. This is because I want to stay at this weight, or I want to stay at this difficulty, because it's going to allow me to keep going through my workout efficiently. I want to try and stay with that same weight for all 5 reps. So 5 sets of 3 reps, and that's an RPE of 9. Once again, I am not pushing myself to the 4 or 5 rep range. I'm staying at just 3 reps because that's the difficulty I've prescribed to myself. Here on another day, I'll do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, but the RPE has to be at 8. So that means I have to have 2 to 3 reps left in the tank, right? So whether that's I am able to hit all 3 sets of 12 reps, if I am able to get 12 reps with this weight, and I'm pushing myself to the max, like I'm like killing myself to get that 12th rep in, I have done too much. I need to drop it back to about 10 to 9 reps, okay? Here you have 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps at an RPE of 6. And you can see here in the exercises section, I have this labeled as a warm-up. And that's a really good RPE scale for warming up, 6 and below. I mentioned this earlier. And you're not doing a ton of volume with it either. You're only doing like 3 warm-up sets, or I'm only doing 3 warm-up sets of 5 to 8 reps. And this is, once again, sub-maximal weight. The RPE scale allows me to pick a weight that me on a particular day, or I on a particular day, feel like I can achieve. I can do this. Like, because, you know, you're not always going to be at your best, you know. Like up here, to adjust the weight to whatever my workout is. And that's the beauty of the RPE scale. Here, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Once again, I could be performing this on a really good day with 205 pounds. But maybe one day I'm not feeling that well. So I'm like, dang, I still have to hit 8 to 12 reps for 3 sets at an RPE of 8. So normally I do this with 205, but today I'm feeling under the weather. Instead, I'm going to adjust it and hit 185 on the bench. That's how you use the RPE scale. That's the self-regulating aspect of the actual the scale. It allows you to self-regulate, to choose a weight that you feel you can achieve your prescribed sets and reps for on that day. So it'll fluctuate. You're not always going to stay the same. You want to try and keep it the same all the time, but we're all human. We're not machines. We can't just progressively get stronger and stronger and stronger. It's going to fluctuate. You're going to have days where you're like pushing the limits, like, oh my God, you know, I'm about to PR any second. And then the very next day you feel like shit. And it's like, whoa, I actually lost strength. You didn't necessarily lose strength. These are outside variables that you have no real control over. You might not have had enough sleep. You might not have eaten enough calories. There's outside variables that come in to play, you know, like you might have personal stuff going on in your personal life that's kind of got your mind off of it. You're just not feeling motivated. You're not fired up. You know, there's so many variables that play into this, and that's why the RPE scale is really useful, because you don't always have to hit a set weight. You know, it accounts for life. It accounts for you being human. It accounts for you having things going on, like, and that's where you can adjust the weight to whatever. You can still hit these same numbers, you just adjust the weight accordingly. And that's basically the gist of the RPE scale. If this is not helpful, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Be sure to ask these questions, or you can email me. I'll link my email in the description of this video as well, and you just ask away, because I will answer them in best I can via YouTube, and I think it'll be really, really helpful. But anyways, guys, that's the gist of the RPE scale. I really, really recommend you use it. If you found this informative, like the video, please subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.